Basketball has shaped culture in so many ways since it has become relevant in the 1950s and the early 60s. Basketball was first played in the Olympics in 1936, but it was not spread until Magic Johnson and Larry Bird started really causing it to expand throughout the United States. So obviously the object I have chosen is the basketball. This is due to how much the basketball community affected the community of cities, states, and even the whole world. There are many ways that this has been proven. The first is how it helped spur integration and desegregation in our communities. It has also made itself very common in pop culture and has made a way for all types of people to come together for a sporting event or to play pickup basketball in a park or gym. The first way that this is seen as a major change in our community was when they first were starting to desegregate and integrate the Americans and the African Americans' lifestyles. The African Americans were not permitted to play basketball until 1950 when Earl Lloyd played in the first game for the Washington Capitals. As time went on, more and more African Americans had picked up the game of basketball, and it was starting to create a bond between the two communities as the game became more and more popular throughout the country. Today, they are more than just ambassadors of basketball, as now they are even considered ambassadors of America across the world. The basketball community has really started in America, but as it got bigger and bigger, it finally got coverage in other countries. Basketball has since grown around the world and made a way for everybody to come together for a sport or even just a fun time at a park or gym. Basketball changed the communities around the world as well. When America was working on desegregation, that was not common in other countries. Other countries were a little late, and they kind of devalued it. But the people who saw these basketball games saw people that looked like them, sounded like them, and even some were from the same places as where they were seeing them from. This would cause a spur in people working and practicing and realizing that they can do anything they really want to do. This would eventually lead to people just playing it for fun and bringing smaller communities together for fun and safe games than people were used to seeing. For me, basketball was always a way to escape. Whenever I would get mad, frustrated, sad, or even anxious, I would go outside and play on the hoop at my house, or I would go to the park nearby and try to play games there. Without basketball, I really wouldn't know where I would be right now. That is due to the friends and family that I've grown to know through basketball itself. Like for instance, I might not even be here if it wasn't for basketball, because my friend who I met through basketball actually convinced me to come here after high school, because he knew that I wasn't really planning to go anywhere or do anything after high school. I had wanted to be done with college. But after I graduated, I grew close to him and ended up coming here. And since then, I have played basketball here and across parks and things across the Twin Cities and Minnesota. I grew to meet new people and had fun doing it all. Basketball wasn't just about playing either. I have met many friends through liking the NBA or college basketball or NCAA or WNBA even. So meeting them has truly shaped how I am as a person and who I am now. So basically, basketball has truly shaped the world and the communities around us as it has influenced us greatly. It can cause people to stay out of danger, stay off the streets, and just be a better person overall. So basketball has truly brought us together as one whole community, but it has also improved the lives of many throughout the world. That is why basketball is one of the greatest artifacts ever created.